Check this out.
Where have we found ourselves today?
Well, we're just out of Dargaville. We've been to field days and we found this old hall, this old community hall, Tiriwiri. From the sign you can see it's going to be either removed or deconstructed. And so we're going to show you a bit of the potential of the wood. So we're going to do a diamond right here.
And who is this extra person we have with us today?
Oh, that's right, I've got George.
Yeah, George.
Third one.
Good to see you all.
You've seen him before, we've dragged him back out of retirement.
And a good thing to mention too, because we're in Northland, everything's basically going to be curry. So just curry everywhere. It's going to be really good.
And kumaras. So, it was used as a produce store for a little bit. So we're going to do a bit of a patch in the floor. Not too sure where yet. We'll be doing a little bit on the window. Having the wood in the window is quite good because it's better on the camera. And we've also found this antique jukebox, known as a piano. And it seems to be, we find things with bird shit on. And it's, check this out. So anyway, we're going to do a bit of preparation, get it all ready, and we'll be back to you. Link to the camera.
Okay, Simon, show us what you're going to do.
We've got this diamond door marked out.
Yep.
And we want to beat the light. We don't want direct sunlight getting on the stripper. It'll evaporate it. So while it's in the shade, it's all good. The road noise, being on a main road. So this is the stripper, Cooper's stripper. So we'll see how many dining tables worth of wood we can get from this wall. So as we spray, we move the trigger as we go. If you've got some flash spray guns, and as long as you don't create too much mist, you're good to go with those as well. People always seem to want to use weed sprayers, but they tend to wreck the seals. This wall, we were told by a local this morning that it was floated over the river. There's a big river behind us. It's over 100 years old. We're going to find out a bit more info if we can. So I'll just carry on putting it on, and I'm going to keep it wet with stripper. The stripper absorbs in, and we'll give it top-ups as it goes in, and then when it gets to the next stage, I'll give Dory a yell.
The whole system is designed for multiple light sprays, isn't it, rather than a big thick drenching. Breaks down fast with Coopers.
There's quite a lot of surface here, but I thought if I was going to do a diamond wall, let's do one, a decent one.
Let's sneak inside and have a look. This is what we're going to show you now. I don't know how much tonnage he has moved, but we're going to show you some magic on here. And find out what the wood is. So the instructions say spray and keep it wet with a stripper. What we mean by wet is the wet reflection.
The good thing with the floor too is because nothing's going to run off, you can just pile it a bit more. So if you want to put a little bit more on when you already know that's going to drink it in, then that's working smart. Some of these areas and the edges are soaking in a bit. putting more stripper on the areas with more gunk in it. So keep it wet so it doesn't dry out.
So we're going to leave it there for a few minutes to have a soak so the stripper does its job. Might just pop outside and see what Simon's up to with those weatherboards. So how long have we been soaking here for?
Probably 20 minutes of soaking. It's had 4 coats of stripper. Now our stripper is very thin, so 4 coats of our stripper is not much at all. So let's just see what it's done. So this is a long-handled tungsten blade, and it's ideal for this more grungy work. So this is obviously yellow caramel acrylic. There's some white stuff there as well. It's gone down pretty well through those coatings. So we're just blading off what comes away easy at this point. To do it in the shade, so I want to make sure we beat the line of sun. So the intention here is that this place is probably going to be, I mean, someone might come along and buy it, remove it, and restore it as a building. Probably more likely it'll be deconstructed for its materials. So we're going to get really amazing carry out of this. This blade has got an extended handle, and it just gives you a bit more leverage so you don't work as hard. Everything's been softened to a mush with the stripper. Imagine using a blade through hard paint. A lot of elbow grease.
The burning question is, why are we doing these diamond kite looking shapes?
Because that's our brand. You can do diamonds in all sorts of things. So if you see a diamond anywhere, you know it's Cooper's. So wax some more stripper on, get a few more minutes. We're going to work to beat the sun.
How's it going, George?
Good, time to scrub it. It's really interesting what it's done though. If we have a close look, you can see a few different things have bled out. This is my first time stripping poop off a floor, literally. So it has a strange thing out here. I'm not sure what's causing that, but hey, it's an interesting colour. But it's going to be very interesting to see how the spore comes back.
Blame it on the birds.
Yeah, everything else that wandered in. In a way, this could develop a very interesting patina though.
So you keep it wet, don't you, while you're scrubbing? You don't let it dry out.
Definitely. If you don't keep it wet, everything will harden back in. So you just want to make sure you just keep it damp with the stripper as you're working with it. Now, for all these cracks and grooves that we have this lovely brass brush.
Bring it into the frame.
This guy here. Don't mind the sticks. And this just gets right into little bits in here and whatnot like that. Little things in here. There we go. And we now just rack it up.
Oops, we've got dust. See how he's rolling his rag, so he's actually moving it off the surface.
You can use, in your rag when you do this too, you can use an old bath towel, things like that. They're nice and fluffy and get into really good grooves. So that's effectively all that gunk gone from there. And now we just need to wash it clean, as simple as that. Just by giving it the time, letting it soak, it comes off real easy. So I'll take off the rest. You'll find this grip pad here is very handy if you're trying to take anything out that's a little bit deeper than what the steel wool can deal with. Often you want to use the steel wool first though, as that will just get off most of the crud. And then
Polyurethane, shellac, Danish oils, waxes, ballroom waxes.
poop.
Yeah. The stripper will take it off. And you're scrubbing in the direction of the grain as well.
You want to do that if you can help it, because that just helps everything go with the original direction of it being sanded.
So we didn't actually blade anything off with this scenario, did we? We're just hitting it straight away with the steel wool.
There wasn't really anything really to blade off in this case. There are many finishes which are a bit thicker, which require some scooping off. But most of the stuff is just stuff that's deep in the grain, and so you need something to scrub it out.
Ah, there goes the poop of it.
I'm still not even sure what caused it. But it seems to be gone now anyway.
The same with glue too. If there happened to be glue here from lino or anything like that, it would remove it. The stripper would take away any type of glue here.
A good thing too is if you miss anything, you can just go back over it, problem solved.
This floor's going to be rich as rich.
What we're not wanting to do is do any sanding, get rid of all the aged colour. I mean, this has got 100 years of aging, and we want to take advantage of that colour that it's gained over the years. Amazing timber. Our visitors turning up. So I was working out before, there's about 2.25 square metres in this diamond. So everything we've been doing so far is the take off what's on the surface. It's always the unknown one because it depends how thick the paint is.
It's incredible the difference between working that paint and letting the stripper do the work.
Yes. Our whole system is self-contained, so we get a lot of times people ask us about the toxicity of our product, and we always say it's not ideal to drink it, so don't mix it up for orange juice or anything.
It's not going to blow lead dust around the neighbourhood and into the neighbours'
No, this
properties.
is what it's all about. Our system is about no dust.
And no poisoning of the plants. The plants you eat.
Our second part of the system is where we give it a scrub, but if there's too much paint left on the surface, you end up clogging the pads and brushes too quick.
Some people would go, oh, that's good enough, why don't we just paint over this?
Exactly. If you were stripping for painting, that's what a lot of people do. The problem is all that paint that's left is a good 100 years old.
Can you repeat that?
The paint that's left on there is a good 100 years old, and it seems a shame that you get so close to getting it all off and you stop at this point. And it's just, we get so many clients that have their houses painted professionally, and there's all this stuff left on, and then the paint goes on and it fails. And it's really upsetting because you spend all that money for the scaffolding and all the extras and stuff, and then you've got to do it again.
Now we're getting wet. Ha. when the wood is down, a lot of people would put it through the thickness of planer, wouldn't they, at this point?
Yeah, it's an option for people if they were deconstructing the building to smack all these through a thicknesser. You're going to find a colour that's in this, the aged colour is all removed and makes all the boards look brand new. And this is not what we want. This is showing you an antique patina. So this is a brass bristled brush, and so for everyone freaks out and thinks is this needed for stripping my house? No, this is for recycled timber furniture, and we're using this to get into all the blade marks and everything. We actually want to leave some of that stuff there, so it's got its character.
Leave what stuff there?
All these saw marks and things. If you go and take all those out, you've got brand new wood again. This has got 100 years of story. People are now seeing our diamond from the road and stopping. Good wood?
Okay, Gary.
Movable demo, what's the story? Well, you can go into chats and Dory.
Hi George, what are you up to now?
Hey, we are just cleaning off all the remains of the stripper with the flusher. This washes away the last residues of what we've done, and then you're done. That's it.
Are you neutralising?
No neutralising required. So this will wash off the last residues of the stripper. So there's no need to fiddle around with a neutraliser. You just spray this on, give it a bit of a scrub, wash it off, done. So, scrub the grip pad. So I've re-walked in a little bit of residues, which is what this stuff really is. So I will just...
See, there's a really good contrast of colours here from the drying off colour and the wet colour.
Dark and lighter colours through here. It's a bit of an interesting piece.
Yeah. The wet colour, don't look at the shine when you're flushing, but the wet colour is what the wood's going to be with any finish, be it an oil or a urethane. If you're thinking of staining something, on a piece like this you'd go way too dark too fast. But that nutty, delicious 100-year-oldness is still there. Also, the wood's hard and been stomped on by decades and decades of people, so it's a burnished, hard surface.
Oh, it is in
It'd be a shame to sand it.
surprisingly good shape, considering this was under a good pile of earth.
Yeah.
So we're doing smaller sections at a time than compared with the stripper. This is a good way to do the flushing. That's what you need to do.
So this is step 3 of our stripping process, the rinsing, the flushing phase.
This one here is a project that started at step 2 because there's no bulk stuff to take off the top.
Bit of flame there. Does look like curry when you look at that. I think it's curry.
Yeah.
All under that pop. The diamond and the rough.
Alright, stripped. Now to moisturise.
Ready for a finish.
Been rained on. We've scrubbed the entire surface with the brush. This is our flusher. This gives us a look at what we've achieved. So we'll make a decision on, do we leave bits in there or do we take more out, and you get to choose. We've been getting a few people stopping. Now they've seen this big diamond. They need to know what it's about. This is New Zealand's biggest diamond in the wall.
Oh, New Zealand's biggest tree.
Yes, Waikikari. This guy stopped by before. He's actually building a house using as much recycled timber as he can, and he was blown away. So it'll be cool if this saves it from being put to the torch. By doing all the scrubbing before with the brush, and the brush is still in perfect condition, you just end up using less of the pad.
It's way easier flushing while the residues are soft.
Good point, Dory. Has anyone introduced you yet?
No, I'm
No?
just the girl behind the camera.
Yeah. Dory Cooper, she is. She's the boss. A little bit shy to be in front of the camera. She likes being behind the camera. Thing with the flasher too is the flasher, you don't put it on and go away and leave it. As Dory said before, you do the flushing straight away while everything's nice and soft. Sometimes people run out of flusher, and we know that they probably didn't flush straight away. They probably flushed the next day, and all the residues have all gone hard. I really like the circular saw marks where it's straight off the big monster carry log, and then when it went through the planer it didn't get them all out, which I really like. Yum. You often get people who have an area of weatherboard and a porch or something that's now been closed in as a bit of a sort of pseudo conservatory, and they'll expose the old planks.
There's more and more local authorities who become very staunch about lead paint and the removal style of the lead paint, where this whole way it can just be taken away. No dust, no heat gun damage.
With boats, you're not allowed
And
to
marinas, yeah.
sand and on the marina. Everything's got to be dust free, and that's what this is. So if you left a lot of paint on the surface, we'd be blowing through these pads. You'd be taking out shares in a pad factory. The trick is just get much of it off with the blades and with the brush, and that way the pads you use are reduced considerably. And you can see up here where it's drying quite rapidly, that's this is what we want. The wood's now clean, dry and absorbent, and it's perfect for a new finish. And you always use considerably less flusher and stripper. Usually it's like 4-to-1. There's no absolutes because it depends on what you're stripping off, but if you use 4 litres of stripper, you probably use 1 litre of flusher. Now the flusher means no sanding. That's the purpose of the flush. Getting rid of the soft residues, as you can well see. And the idea of that is to remove anything that can upset the new finish. And if you were stripping for repainting, what you want is a surface that new paint can absorb into. Now, little thing about sanding. I'm not a great fan of sanding. It's been too many years sanding when I first started restoring. But when you sand, you create friction. And friction causes the resin, the Kari resins, to come to the surface, and you end up having problems with the new paint because you've got all that nice fresh resin at the surface. So this system, because there's no heat and the stripper absorbs into the wood, we're removing the resins like right now, and everything is cool.
I'm curious, Simon, how much stripper did you use per square metre?
Well, I don't know yet. think there's probably 1.5, 2 litres used on that surface, so there's 2.25 square metres, so it's under a litre per square metre. If you buy a tin of gel, I've said this story before, but if you buy a tin of gel and it, on the back it usually will say to put it on 2.5 millimetres thick, which is 2.5 litres per square metre, which is horrendous, and there's ones out there that are even more than that. Let's put some flusher on, and we look at that when it's wet, and we go, is that the look we want? Like if you were in a pub, one of those bars where the sort of country western sort of look, I mean that would be $1 million.